Summer rain in Mittenwald, a small town on the edge of Bavaria, the Alps somewhere behind the impenetrable fog. No hiking today. So what to do to kill the time? A stop at the Geigenbau Museum detailing Mittenwald's centuries-long tradition of violin making. Lifelong Mittenwalder Petra Sommer explains.
Also es ist so, es gibt natürlich diesen Matthias Klotz, der mit 12 Jahren, soweit ich weiß, nach Italien gegangen ist, um dort den Geigenbau zu erlernen. Er kam dann zurück und hat dann den Geigenbau in Mittenwald verbreitet und eigentlich populär gemacht, sodass viele diesen Beruf dann erlernten.
Indeed, to own a Mittenwald violin is akin to rocking out on a Fender Stratocaster, built especially for your calloused fingers. Hell, even the art here dabbles with the violin. Speaking of art, Mittenwald carries on the Bavarian tradition of painted homes featuring a mix of scenes from everyday life and biblical characters. In fact, you really can't escape crucified Jesus in these parts. But enough intellectual culture. What about the culture I can eat?
Bayerische Kultur ist meiner Meinung nach gutes bayerisches Essen. Schweinsbraten, Knödel, Sauerkraut. Typisch für Bayern einfach gute bayerische deftige Küche, die natürlich nicht immer ganz so schlank hält, aber
doesn't keep you slim. Wherever did she get that idea?
Aber sehr gut schmeckt und in Maßen genossen ist alles eigentlich okay.
I'll take that as permission to demolish this Blaumantel Lieblingsschnitzel at the Räumerschanz. Schnitzel with baked cheese and blueberries. It's a kind of gleefully gluttonous meal that forces you to take deep breaths through the meat sweats. But dear God, I need to walk this caloric monstrosity off. The rain drifts away by the next morning. The trails are clear and the sun is fighting its way through the clouds. Finally, my itchy feet can get moving up the Kranzberg. One can take the chairlift up, but me, I like to earn my views. So I happily take on the 3.5 kilometer climb, the path sometimes as steep as nearly 30% grade. But it's worth the screaming muscles for that moment I get to the top, the cold wind smacking me in the face, and I sit back to enjoy my reward. F***, the clouds are back. Oh well, I'll just show off my version of Instagram beach feet and nobody will be the wiser. Though the clouds continue to hug the peaks, down by the lakes it's another story. This right here is why people come to Bavaria. Just look at those mountain lakes.
Sind wir dann auch als Kinder oft mit den Fahrrädern zum Lautersee oder zum Ferchensee gefahren, zum Baden. Wer einmal in so einem Bergsee gebadet hat, der will nie mehr in einem anderen See baden.
I appreciate the sentiment, Petra, but it ain't that warm today, so I think I'll stick to watching this guy do whatever he's doing. Aquatic weeding? Cool. Still fueled by the previous day's restlessness, I hike further, right to the Austrian border. And here it is, a glorified block in the dirt. Nothing makes a faux European such as myself appreciate border-free 21st century Europe like the ease of hiking into another country. But the sentimental feelings wash away when I come to the Geisterklamm, a series of steel walkways and bridges covering 970 meters over the Leutasch Gorge. And in case you weren't feeling uncertain enough about the whole endeavor, here's your trail mascot, folks. Hey, if I have to suffer the nightmares, so do you. As it turns out, the short trek is perfectly safe. I guess a 1.4 million euro investment will make sure of that. Plus, as is the case throughout Mittenwald, the views are not ugly.
Es ist ein Ort, der für jeden was zu bieten hat. Für denjenigen, der einfach auch nur im Ort mal ein bisschen flanieren will, kann man wunderbar auch mal sitzen, man kann die Ruhe genießen. Es ist für jeden, ob alt, ob jung, was dabei. Also es ist wirklich so, dass Mittenwald sehr viele Facetten für den Gast bietet.